Successful leaders understand that humans are built to be all in or all out. There's no middle ground. So they flood their groups with belonging cues, these simple, clear signals that tell the twitchy alarm systems of our brains that we're connected, we share a future. Creating that moment of buy-in isn't luck or magic. It's a process that you can develop and control. I want to tell you about a group named Wipro, a big company who had a big problem. The problem was people kept leaving. They were a call center and they would lose about half of their workers every year. And they tried to remedy this. Now, the normal way we think about that little special feeling of belonging is that it's chemistry. It happens or it doesn't. But Wipro decided to do something really, really different. They did this small experiment, kind of a crazy experiment. They did 1 hour of training different for a group. So basically you had two groups. One of them had the standard training. The other had this extra hour. And the normal training consisted of someone would get up and talk about the company, talk about why Wipro is a good place to work. They'd meet a star performer. They would learn about Wipro. With this second experimental group, they flipped it. Instead of telling about the company, they asked the employees about themselves. Simple questions. What happens on your best day? Tell me what happens on your worst day. They asked them, hey, if we were on this desert island and everyone was trying to survive, what special skills would you bring to that survival? That was it. Simple exchange. They just flipped it for that 1 hour. And then they waited to see if that made any difference on retention. 7 months later, they found out it had a massive impact. 270% improvement in retention. Why? Because of that signal that was sent in 1 hour. We think about belonging and safety as this thing that sort of happens by magic, either happens or it doesn't. The truth is that relationships have a physics behind them. The truth is that safety gets delivered in small, little signals that send a signal, we are connected. I care about you. I'm listening. I'm curious about who you are. Sending that small signal at the right time can make a massive difference in how connected your people feel. Here's a few ways to do that. Number one, actively, relentlessly signal your connection. Every leader wants to create buy-in, but here's the thing. Buy-in doesn't happen by accident. It happens in moments when members of a group feel authentically connected to the group. Smart leaders ignite this by capitalizing on micro opportunities to send this clear, unmistakable signal. I see you. I care about what you have to say. So focus on the first 5 seconds. The start of any interaction is when our brains decide whether we're in or out. So take full advantage of that moment with your body language, with your facial expression, and with your attention. Embrace the messenger. The moment bad news arrives is the moment when group safety and belonging can evaporate. So leaders, don't just tolerate bad news. Embrace that moment. Signal to your group that it's safe to tell the truth here. The OneLine email. Now, if you want to send a quick signal of safety and connection, send this note to your team. Please tell me one thing you'd like me to do more of and one thing you'd like me to do less of. It takes a few seconds, but it sends a powerful signal of safety and openness because it encourages others to do the same.